working as assistant professor in Chevron Engineering College. So today's subject is electrical machines 2, and the topic is problems on construction of circuit diagram and crawling, curving, like that. So see here, we have already discussed the models in construction of circuit diagram. See here, this is other example of construction of circle diagram. Draw the circle diagram for a 3.73 kilowatts, 2000 volts, 50 Hz, 4-pole, 3-phase star connected induction motor from the following test data. Okay, so the no load voltage, from the no load test we are getting the line voltages as line voltage is 200 volts and line current is 5 amperes and total input is 350 watts. And from the blocker rotor test, the line voltage is 100 volts and the line current is 26 amperes and total input is 1700 watts. So estimate from the diagram for full load condition the line current, power factor, and also the maximum torque in terms of full load torque. Okay, so this is the given data and we have to see that the rotor copper loss and standstill is half the rotor total copper loss. Okay, so see the solution. First we have to calculate the rated current, no load current. I0 is 5 amperes. From I0, see here, these are the no load values, no load line voltage, no load line current, and total output at no load. So from this we have to calculate the power factor cos phi. So no load line current we have in the data 5 amperes. So from 5 amperes cos phi is equal to, what is the formula? I by voltage, V into, that is I by Z, sorry, V by Z. Okay, so from V by Z, V is given as 350 volts. See here, sorry, 350 watts, sorry, P by cos phi formula we are taking here, P by VR. So P is equal to VI cos phi. From that cos phi is equal to P by VI, right? You know the power formula. P is equal to VI cos phi. So from that cos phi is equal to P by VI. So power 350 by P into IB is given as 200, but we have to take the peak values, sorry, per phase values, 200 into root 3 into current is 5. P by VI. So you will get cos phi as 0.202. That is phi naught. The no load value is 78 degrees 15. Okay. So at this inches we have to draw the no load current I naught. See here, this one, OA line. Okay. And next we have to draw the OB line. So with what angle? Next we have to find out this angle, 67.42. So sorry, 67 degrees 42. We have to find out. Next, see, this is the cos phi s. From rocket rotor test you will get those. So cos phi s cos phi s is equal to again P by VI, right? So P by VI means, see here, power is given as 1700 watts. V into I. V is 100 volts and I is 26 amperes. So from the Blocker-Rotar test, we will find out phi S. Okay, so phi S is equal to, cos phi S is equal to power 1700 by root 3 into 100 into 26 current. That becomes 0.378. So phi S is equal to 67 degrees 42. So 67 degrees we have to, at 67 degrees we have to draw the phi line. This is the line, OB line. So how much length we have to draw, we will calculate next further. What is the length in centimeters, we will calculate further. Now we have to draw one line at an angle 67 degrees from the vertical V voltage line. Okay, so these two lines are over, and B we are getting, this length of line will be, this OB will be locating on the semicircle what we draw. Okay, from A to B we have to draw the semicircle, and we have to find the C here, center C here. So center C is, after drawing the line OB, we have to bisect it at 90 degrees. We will get center C. So if you bisect the line OB at center C, you will get the center point C. And from that center point, we have to calculate the radius from OAC. And with that radius, we have to draw the semicircle. See, in further we will discuss this. So we got the angle phi S from Blocker-Rotar test or short circuit test. This is 67 degrees. So the short circuit current, from this we can calculate as short circuit current ISN is equal to, see here, V2 by V1 into I. We will get short circuit current. So 26 by 2 into 200 by 100 gives 52 amperes. So this is the ISN. I into V2 by Vn. So V2 is nothing but short circuit current by, no load current by short circuit current. So the input voltage will be, rotor input with normal voltage will be divided by currents, I square, power into I square. So I square means here I2 by I1, ISN by normal short circuit current IS. So ISN by IS into power becomes, it is the rotor input with normal voltage. When normal voltage is given, this will become the rotor input. So how much we got? 6,800 watts. Okay, see here in the circle diagram, voltage is represented along OV, which is drawn perpendicular to OX. So this is OV. This is OX, which is drawn perpendicular to OV. Along OV, we are drawing a perpendicular line OX. Okay, so I am taking the scale as 1 centimeter is equal to 2 amperes, right? So for 2 amperes, we have to draw the length 1 centimeter. For 4 amperes, you have to draw 2 centimeters. For 6 amperes, 3 centimeters. Okay, got it? So now we will go for the lengths. Now we got the angles, and now we will go for the lengths. Okay, see, line OA is drawn at 78.15 degrees. See here at OA. Now we have to calculate the OA line length. So actually the current is given as 5 centimeters, right? OA is given as the I0, no load current is given as 5 centimeters. That means OA will be the no load current is given as 5 amperes. Okay, now this 5 amperes should be converted into centimeters. So what we are taking 2 amperes as 1 centimeter. Okay, so 5 amperes as we will get 2.5 centimeters. 4 amperes as 2 centimeters and 5 amperes as 2.5 centimeters. So what is the length of this line OA? It is 2.5 centimeters. So from O, we have to draw the length of 2.5 centimeters, and at the end you have to mark it as capital A. So OA line is 2.5 centimeters, the length. And next OB line, it is of 26 amperes. Okay, so 26 amperes means 2 amperes is equal to 1 centimeter. 26 amperes is equal to 13 centimeters you will get. Okay, so 13 centimeters you have to draw. Next, next here, OB line, actually this line up to here will be 13 centimeters. And total OB line from AB, that will be 13. From total OB line, what should be the amperes means we have to calculate from ISN. So what is the value of current ISN? 52 amperes. So 52 amperes means how many centimeters? 26 centimeters. So the line OB will be, totally 26 centimeters. This line will be 26 centimeters, total line. Okay, so OB will be 26. Next, here AB will be representing the output line. Here AB, this one. Okay, from A to B, it represents the output line. Next, from this, so AB will be representing here output line, and after that, see here, perpendicular bisector of AB. This AB line, from this A to B, we have to draw the perpendicular bisector of AB line. So this AB line, if you draw the perpendicular bisector, MC, this is called as perpendicular bisector at 90 degrees. 90 perpendicular means 90 degrees. So if at 90 degrees, if you bisect this AB line, you will locate the center C of the circle. You will locate the center C of the circle. So with C as radius and AC, with C as center and AC as radius, you have to draw the circle which passes through points A and B. So from A, we have to draw one horizontal line which is parallel to OX. From A point, we have to draw the horizontal line which is parallel to OX. So it becomes AX dash. So up to AX dash, you have to draw the circle which passes through B and X. It ends up to X dash. Okay. And now from point B, you have to draw the perpendicular to the base. This is the base X. We have to draw a perpendicular line to the base X. Okay, so here BD will be representing the total input of 6,800 watts, what we have calculated. See here, 6,800 watts, we have calculated the rotor input. So this BD will be representing the 6,800 watts. For the blocked rotor test, the total rotor input is 6,800 watts. So out of this BD, you are having 2 points BT and TD. ED, BT and ED and TE. So see here, ED will be representing no load losses of 350 watts. Okay, here ED, this small gap, this ED representing 350 watts. And BE will be representing, total BE will be representing what? 6,800 minus total BD is 6,800. So BE up to BE 6,800 minus 350. That becomes 6,450 watts. Okay. So now if you calculate the centimeters, BD, total BD centimeters, this is 9.8 centimeters. 6,800 watts you will get 9.8 centimeters. Okay. Now the power scale, how we represent the power scale? See here. Power scale will be 6,800 divided by 9.8. That is 700 watts per centimeter. So for 1 centimeter, it is having 700 watts. Okay. So now see here. The BE will be representing total copper losses. This BE will be representing total copper losses in rotor and stator. Okay, so this is bisected at a point T. There is a separation of point of stator losses and rotor losses. So this BE is bisected at point T. This separates the two losses. So AT will be representing torque line. This AT will be representing torque line. AT, torque line. So now the motor output is 3,730 watts. Right? The motor output is 3,730 watts. So this if you take the power scale, you will get 3,730 divided by 700. That becomes 5.33 centimeters. Okay, so the output point here P, the output point P here. See, this is P. The output point P here, it is on the circle. How it is located means, see, DB is extended and DB, it is extended. This line BD or DB is extended and BR extended to R point and BR is cut. That is 5.3 centimeters. Above B, 5.3 centimeters line has to be drawn. Okay, so this DB should be extended 5.3 centimeters above. So it meets the point R. Okay, so let RP is drawn parallel from point P. RP is drawn parallel to output line AB. For this AB line, RP is drawn parallel. And if the line is drawn parallel to AB, from R we have to draw one line which is parallel to AB. Okay, from R we have to draw one line which is parallel to AB. This AB line we have to draw one line parallel. So it touches this line touches the circle at P point. There you obtain the point P. So R is drawn parallel to AB line. Then you will get a point on the circle, that is P point. So if you draw a perpendicular line from P, you will get PS. And P is joined to origin O. P is joined to origin O. And you are drawing a perpendicular line that will meet the X. That is, the point is called as S. And it will touch the AX dash line at H point. Okay. Now we will obtain the point M. Now we will obtain point M. How it is obtained? From center C line, we have to draw one line which is perpendicular to torque line AT. To torque line, this torque line, we have to draw one perpendicular from C. So, if you draw a perpendicular line from C, which is perpendicular to torque line, we have to draw one line from C perpendicularly. So, if you draw a line that will cut the circle at point M, that point which cuts the circle is marked as M. Okay, so now M is drawn from M. We have to draw one particular line, perpendicular line which touches the torque line at K. So from M you have to draw one perpendicular line K. Okay, so it represents maximum torque. This MK will be representing maximum torque. Now in the circle diagram, if you observe that OP is the line current on full load. This OP is the line current. This OP line is the line current on full load. If you measure this, you will get 7.6 centimeters. It is the line current on full load. Hence, OP represents, how can we find out the amperes? If it is 7.6 centimeters, how many amperes? We are taking 2 amperes as 1 centimeter. If it is 7.6 centimeters, how many amperes? You will get 7.6 into 2. Total 15.2 amperes. So the line current on full load is 15.2 amperes. Right? Now power factor on full load. So you will now calculate the power factor on full load. So the power factor, how can we write full load? Power factor cos phi you have to write. How will you write? See here. This is the point S and this is P. So if you write SP by OP, this is the angle. This is the total triangle you are taking. So SP by OP, you will get the cos phi, right? You will get cos phi. SP by OP. So the angle gives cos phi. So what is SP? It is 6.45 divided by OP. How many centimeters? 7.6 centimeters. So 0.86 is the power factor on full load. Cos phi is equal to 0.86. And maximum torque. So maximum torque by full load torque, the ratio. I have to find out the ratio of maximum torque in terms of full load torque. So first line current is over, power factor is over, and last bit they have asked to find out the ratio of maximum torque in terms of full load. That means maximum torque divided by full load torque. So maximum torque is here MK. See here, this is the maximum torque. So line MK is the maximum torque. Full load torque. What is the full load torque here? PG up to G. This is the full load torque up to G point. This is the full load torque. Okay. So see here. What is the maximum torque? MK. This is the maximum torque. And what is the full load torque? PG up to the point G here. Up to the point G here. PG is the full load torque. Okay. So MK is 10 we got. 10. And full load torque is 5.6 we got. So 10 by 5.6, it gives 1.8. So maximum torque is 180% more than the full load torque. Okay, so this is the construction of circle diagram and required from the data we have to find out the what as per calculated. So, okay, next one. See the next problem. Next model of the problem. Draw the circle diagram from no load and short circuit test of a 3-phase 14.92 kilowatts 400 volts 6-pole induction machine from induction motor from the following test results. So these are all the line values they have given. From no load test, the no load voltage is 400 and no load current is 11 amperes and power factor is 0.2. Now they have given only power factor, not power. From power factor, we can simply find out the power. Okay, and From short circuit test, VSC is equal to 100, ISC is equal to 25 and power factor is 0.4. And we know that rotor copper losses at standstill is half the total copper losses. From the diagram, find we have to construct the circle diagram. Draw the circle diagram they have asked. Okay, so after constructing the circle diagram, from the diagram find line current slip. Okay, line current slip and efficiency and power factor at full load. This is first bit. Second bit, the maximum torque. Okay, so see. First one, no load PF. First we have to cut. This is no load PF and this is short circuited PF. Okay, so it is given as 0.2. So from this PF directly we have to write the phi naught phi s. From this you will get phi naught you will get, and from this you will get phi s. Okay, so directly if you find out phi naught phi s from cos phi, see here from phi naught you will get, from power factor, no load power factor, you are getting phi naught cos inverse of 0.2, cos inverse of 0.4, 78.5 and 66.4 degrees, both angles. Okay, so see, draw the circle diagram like this. This is 78.5. No load is 78.5 and short circuit is 66.4. See, no load 78.5 and it is 66. So how much length you have to calculate? No load current is given as 11 amperes. Okay, so here power scale is given as 1 centimeter depending upon the graph and depending upon the currents they give, we have to take the scale. So here I am taking 1 centimeter is equal to 5 amperes, right? So 1 centimeter is equal to 5 amperes. So see here, what is the no load current? 11 amperes. So 5 amperes is 1 centimeter. Then 11 amperes means how much you will get? 2.2 centimeters. Okay, with 2.2 centimeters. That is OO dash is 2.2 centimeters. This one. OO dash. Okay. Next, we have to calculate this OA line, output line, OA line. How to calculate? See here. First, ISN you have to find out. ISN is total 25 into 400 by 100. You will get 100 amperes. So with this 100 amperes, you will get the length of this line, OA line, right? 100 amperes. So 5 amperes is 1 centimeter. 100 amperes means 20 centimeters. So OA line is 20 centimeters. This OA line is 20 centimeters. At an angle 66.4 with V, with vertical line V. Okay. So now we have to bisect this OA line. Perpendicularly, if you bisect the OA line, you will get point C here. All are remaining same. If you bisect the angle OA line, you will get the point C. Now, O dash C as radius, draw a circle which meets the, which touches the line A. Sorry, which touches the line O dash A. And see here, what is the end of this circle? We are drawing one parallel line, O dash. From O dash, you have to draw the parallel line to O dash X line as KD. This point is defined as K here. See here, this is K. Not K, not K. O dash, this is O dash. This is O dash. So from OX line, we have to draw a parallel line. From OX line, we have to draw a parallel line from O dash. So that is, we are naming the line as O dash D. So up to D point, we have to draw this semicircle. At C as center, O dash C as radius, we have to draw one semicircle which touches the point A and stops at D. Okay. Next. So bisector also you got. Next. Next one. Now see here. From A, we have to draw one perpendicular line. So see here, AF will be representing the power output, power input. On a short circuit with normal voltage applied, this refers power input. So actually, if you see the calculated value, you will get 8 centimeters. From the power line, you will get 8 centimeters. So see here, 1 centimeter is equal to, it represents what is the input here, 27,710 is the input, power input at short circuit. Okay, so from this we have to calculate the total watts. So for 1 centimeter, you are getting 27,710 divided by 8 centimeters. It measures 8 centimeters. So divided by 8, you will get the total power input to the rotor. So 3,465 watts. Okay. After that, we have to find out the full load motor output. So for full load motor output, you are getting 14,920 watts. According to the above power scale, as 1 centimeter is equal to 5 amperes, from this, according to the above power scale, we have to intercept between the semicircle and the output line O dash A. We have to intercept the O dash A, and this is output line of, this is the bisector of output line. Okay, so O dash A will be measuring this O dash A. This output line will be measuring. So how much? 14,920 divided by 3,465 watts. Okay, big 3,465 watts. So if you divide 14,920 by 3,465, you will get 4.31 centimeters. Okay, so hence we have to draw one line which is 4 point PL line. Hence vertical line PL is found which measures 4.31 centimeters. So here point P will be representing full load operating point. Okay, so this operating point PL can also be found from AS also. Okay, so if I extend 4.31 centimeters above, you have to draw a parallel line SP. That SP, how to draw SP point here? We have to draw from S with 4.31 centimeters. You are marking a S point. So this S should be drawn, this S should be extended parallelly to O dash A line. From O dash A line, we have to extend the, from parallel to the O dash A line, we have to extend the point S that meets the circle at point P. Okay, so AS, if you measure the AS, you will get 4.31. Like that you have to draw. So line OP is 6.5. OP is, you will get, if you measure 6.5. So 6.5, 1 centimeter is equal to 5. 6.5 centimeters is total 32.5 amperes. So if you measure this 5, OP line 5, you will get 32.9. So cos 32.9, that becomes 0.84. Okay, so slip, how you will get slip? EK by PK. EK by PK, you will get slip.